I mean, if I can fight whoever I want at this point. I fought Bohachuk, I fought Madrimov, and I fought Lubin. A lot of those fights, people I thought I was gonna lose. People thought I was gonna lose to Madrimov because he gave Crawford a tough fight.
Mm.
People thought I was gonna lose to Lubin. They thought he was gonna box the shit out of me. So I mean, like, I can do whatever I want. I don't care what people think. I don't care if it's Roy Jones, as great as his career was. I don't care. I don't know.
I
People
mean,
always
if
have a
you're
lot to say.
all right, man. The good brother Vergil Ortiz was on with our good friend Jamil Heron, real good dude, and said that shout out to his co-host too, said that he can fight whoever he wants to fight, and he also went on a little rant about the fans and pretty much, man, when you're dealing with people that know they do fuck shit, is then I don't care what nobody think, and basically it's a F everybody attitude. If you deal with people that know they done wrong, or doing wrong, and they justify it, they try to justify it, or they try to say, I don't care what nobody think, I don't care, what does that matter? And Vergil Ortiz is at that point. I can fight whoever I want, and honestly, he's right. He can do whatever he wants. He can walk away today. He can fight, can choose to fight whoever he wants. He's 100% right. But own it. Own it. You a coward. You a coward. You man. Like I tell people, man, what I was saying, I had to stop and do something, but I mean, yeah, you can do whatever you want to do, but it's consequences. And I know, Mexicans, even though he not a popular real fighter right now, but they ain't got much, especially at certain weight classes, that they can give him a pass. But this is why the sport is the way it is. We got, too many guys, who don't want to pay the price while they in their youth. They see how it's turning out for a lot of PBC fighters. Get it now. I remember I was younger, it would tell me, get all the overtime time you can now, put the work in now. And a lot of these fighters, they just want to nickel and dime. Eventually, you know what I'm saying, the truth is going to come through your front door. I just don't really understand it. I understand these guys don't believe in themselves. I understand they don't believe in their talent. But like I say, man, I think Bud, what he did to Canelo got them shook. It got them shook. And I don't have to fight, and I don't care what nobody think. Then you already know he's a pussy. When you start hearing people say shit like that, he's a pussy. That's just what it is. Oh man, when Boots pulled up on him and he started like bitching up, and I ain't say this, and anytime you start pressing somebody, they start copping pleas, and fuck out of here, man. Because behind closed doors, Boots all type of niggers and niggas and stuff. I guarantee you, my yacht ass and stuff. And like I said before, there's proof of somebody in that team, which I'm not gonna say it. It's not him. It's not the father. It's the stone cold racist. They have visual proof. So all that shit he was talking about, oh, it's a brotherhood, and he was knocked out on his feet, and I just want to make sure, man, that's bullshit, man. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's bullshit, man. And ain't no alliance between us and them at all. And I keep telling y'all goofy ass niggas that, man. These people, they use you and they spit you out. They use you and they spit you out in this business. Is Boots wrong for going over there and working with Canelo? Absolutely. I get it. But he starts ringing off names like, okay, who was Boba Chuck? Most people didn't know who that was. They thought it was talking about Boba Fett from Star Wars. You talking about Madrimov, and, arguably you lost both of those fights. You acting like you did something, like you beat a Fondor, like you beat a Terrence Crawford, like you beat somebody, like you won a title, or you was the lineal champ. You didn't do anything. So saying you did something, like, okay, I could see if he was like, yeah, me and Boba Fett did, we did 100,000, we did 500,000 pay-per-views. Our gate was $10 million. And I could be like, I mean, that's something to stand on. That's really something to stand on. But he didn't. He didn't. So at the end of the day, and that's cool. You know, hopefully the DAZN drop Oscar De La Hoya because he ain't nothing but a hindrance. De La Hoya ain't helping the DAZN get nowhere. He holding y'all back. Ain't all that money y'all losing. Like, cut ties with De La Hoya. Cut your contract, you know, give him a buyout and say goodbye. Honestly. Honestly, man. Oh, y'all can fight whoever I want to fight. And based, okay, yes, you can, but based on what? None of your gates are available online. That means you ain't slang no tickets. Everything I got was slanging birds. My 2 Chainz, you ain't slung no tickets. You know, and so be it, bro. I just don't want to hear nothing from him talking about real boxing. A lot of these motherfuckers need to go into the Hall of Shame, not the Hall of Fame. A lot of these guys don't deserve to go in the Hall of Fame. I don't think nobody in this era deserve to go to the Hall of Fame, but a very select few. Flat out. A lot of these belts that they got was politicked and they finessed to these belts. You know, they finessed their way. It was who you know and not what you was able to do. And a lot of these guys don't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. Oh, I did this and you ain't accomplished a title. You ain't got a title, a real title in an era where everybody's a fucking champion. And it's the same. My hand hurt and I could do whatever. Cool. If I'm Boots, I'm not chasing. I'm not pressing on. I'm leaving it right where it's at. If it's Brandon Adams, the next best lick, if it's waiting for Xander Zayas and the German guy, if that's the best lick, guess what? Pay your dues now. If you got to go to Germany, you got to go to Puerto Rico, you got to go to Fondora's backyard, pay your dues now. If you really believe in yourself, Jaron Boots Ennis, take less and then be hard on these hoes when you up. Same thing Mayweather did. They shit on his name too. Hate to use him as an example, but when he was up, he ruled with an iron fist and told them niggas to suck his kahunas and kiss his black ass. So it's no different than when you start working in the real world. You stay the long hours. You do the shitty job. You do things that other people don't want to do, and you do it with a Coke and a smile. You do it with a positive attitude, and then once you put your 5-10 years in or whatever it is, and you got you the rabbit with the gun, you know what I'm saying? Like you up like a push up, then it's like, okay, then I'm hard on them. All this, oh, you ain't did this, you ain't did that, all that don't matter. I paid my dues. I did the shit that nobody else wanted to do. And when you talking about in this world of energy and synergy, what you put in is what you gonna get out. So guess what? I'm leaving Vergil Ortiz behind. If he don't want to fight, you got people saying, what about the payday? Who gives a fuck what they was gonna make? It ain't a title on the line, so how can you justify a 7-figure payday? You ain't never won a title. Use a 6-figure fighter, if that. They're overpaying these fighters, man. These networks overpaying these fighters, bro. I'm telling you. The DAZN and Oscar didn't even probably break even Saturday night, bro. Real spill, they didn't even probably break even. So how can you sit there and how can you justify how can you sit here and justify, oh, I want that, like, get out of here. He priced himself out. He bitched up in the ring. If I'm Boots, cool. I wish him nothing but the worst. And I'm keeping it moving. That's me if I'm Boots. All right, see you later. But you can see, as we get closer to the Gen Zers and all that, you can see authenticity dying in people. You can see masculinity dying. You in the alpha sport. You in a hunt, kill or be killed sport. You in a prey and the predator, a predator and the prey type of sport. You in a fox and a hound type of sport. And it's too many puppies. It's too many dudes that's prey with the prey mentality. Don't nobody got the alpha mentality. See, a lot of these niggas act like they got the alpha mentality like Shakun. He ain't got no alpha mentality. He ain't no alpha. He's a bitch for, like, get out of here. A lot of them niggas fake and they fake it till they make it. They ain't trying to fight nobody neither. Shakun, they were like, why don't you fight Redmond Moore? I don't want to fight no Bill. I don't want to fight no. These niggas is perpetrators, bro. All these niggas is they portray, they don't move like men. They don't move like gentlemen. They move like gentlemen. They're gentle. Gentle on the eyes like Johnson & Johnson baby hair wash. Won't burn. Like they don't want to go through no pain. They don't want to put the work in, the leg work in. And the sport is suffering. And you look around in this sport, everybody is divested from the sport. Viacom, ESPN, HBO. The Zone is the last one. And if Dana White and them get indicted by the feds, Paramount for sure gonna pull their money. So you left with the Zone. Like, get out of here, man. I'm telling y'all, bro. Y'all niggas gonna be getting number 1 and number 2 on by a bunch of Saudis, you know, for paychecks. Y'all gonna be over in Dubai getting, I wanna piss on you, pee on you, wanna use your face as a porta potty on your body, on your face, drip, drip, drip. That's just gonna happen to y'all. Y'all too stupid to see it. Y'all just sitting there, all y'all see is money, 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 money. Y'all don't even see the bigger plan, bro. You don't even see what they doing to y'all. And we go back in history, you're gonna be like, this group of niggas destroyed the sport. This group of Hispanics destroyed the sport. These group of hush pussies destroyed the sport. That's what they gonna say. Everybody just looking at the intermediate, the close. You ain't even looking in the future, bro. But hey, hit the link tree. Hit the link tree. It's the first link in the description. Find me on X. Join the Patreon, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, the whole 9 piece.